You can hear my voice now.
Yes. Good morning, Sugeng. Did you have a good night's sleep?
I had very good night's sleeps the whole 2 weeks. I have been studying the whole day. We are doing some teaching in Indonesia now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I just realized that I've been standing the whole day. So at night when I lie down, I will just snore. And my neighbor will complain, "Hey, you are snoring again."
Your neighbor.
My bed
Or
neighbor.
Indian. Yeah.
Indian, yeah. Oh gosh. But it's fun to be back in Indonesia. You know, all these people are so hungry,
Okay.
so thirsty. Yeah.
So feed them.
Yeah, I'm feeding them.
Like how
That's
you
why,
feed us.
like how you fed us.
Well, I hope the noodles are better.
How are you? Okay. I take it as
So gang, I can't shut up these guys. I don't know.
okay. I think I should just display my homework and everyone will be
They
quiet.
talk too loud and they don't bring the food. I don't know what's going on.
There's a whole plate.
Oh, sorry. You
Salad. Help me for the week.
grab it. Okay, so gang, it's your show.
All right. I will try to shut up everyone by showing my homework.
What happened?
Just joking. Today's homework is kind of easy. So let me record to the computer. And I can start now. Here. Hold on. Okay, so let's start. This is easy, right? So what could possibly shift where the karma is supposed to ripen?
Oh. Hassa says a special wish.
Special wish. Okay, anybody else?
And he
The
wants to
realm
know
that you're going to be born
how much
into.
money you're offering.
Yeah.
Motivation.
Motivation. Yeah.
Yes, that's all motivation, both positive and negative. So it doesn't have to be special. At least this is what I learned. All right, Geshe-la.
That's okay. You're good.
Okay.
A moonlam,
All right.
right?
Say again. Manova?
A moonlam.
Munlam, yeah, Munlam. Prayers and motivations. Thank you. All right, the next one. What level of Ram is considered to be unshifting?
The fourth level of the formless realm or something? Or the whole formless realm?
No, not really accurate. Anybody else? Oh yeah, say again, Nick, your first statement.
The
Your
fourth
first
level of the formless realm.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Anything above the third level of concentration level
Okay.
considered unshifting. No, this is actually not really correct. But anyway, I mean, up to this point in the text, this is the conclusion. But I guess, Geshe-la, I think we will refine it even further when we go deeper, right?
It said in class that if a karma is committed in the form or formless realm, which is supposed to produce a result in the form or formless realm, then that's unshifting.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, today, I think after this, we are going to touch on this, and then we are going to talk about anything above that level. And then after that, we are going to refine it even further, like the fourth sub-level of the level 4, all the way to the number 5 or something, you know. But yeah, up to this point, I think, and as long as you say that it is on the fourth level, I think it should be correct. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is kind of, I would say, interesting because depending on which part of the text you are in, the answer might be slightly different. Sorry for the confusion. Maybe I should channel that to Master Vasubandhu. All right. So, what is the nature of karma which is unshifting? Anybody?
You see that you have to experience the result in the next slide. Is that
the karma that take you to the higher realms.
Not really. Well, it is happening at the higher realms, but what is the nature?
Doesn't change.
Doesn't change. Yeah, that is that is the name. Yeah,
I
but
thought Stanley was right, but
according to the book, up to this point is that they are neither suffering nor pleasure.
Nice.
oh, cool.
Up to this point, this is our conclusion. Yeah. So, Geshe-la, can I say this is also considered Lungmaten?
Well, here's the game, okay? Here's the problem here. In the Tibetan literature, in the whole Tibetan literature and in a translation we just finished, we went and looked up unshifting. And it said karma committed in the desire realm, which is going to have a result in the form of formless realm, is unshifting. They said that. But Vasubandhu's presentation is more interesting to me because he says, look, in one sense, there's good karma, sunam. There's bad karma, sunam mayimba, unshifting. And otherwise you say gewa, migewa, lungmaten. You say gewa means virtue, migewa means non-virtue, lungmaten means karmically neutral. Okay, but there's this weird division of when you change the word for virtue and you say merit in sunam, okay, and you say sunam, merit, sunam mayimba, non-merit meaning bad deeds, and then you say unshifting is between, and you say, well, why do you say unshifting? And it says, because it takes you to one of the higher realms. And it's not going to shift the way a karma would in the desire realm. Why? Because karma in the desire realm can shift. Why? Because you're supposed to be born a dog, but dogs aren't mating in that season. You'll be born as a bear. That's Abhidharma. That's an Abhidharma opinion. It can shift. It can shift to a different birth because there's no dogs being born in that season. That's not the dog mating month. So you'll have to be born as a bear. That's Abhidharma. It would not be accepted by the other schools. In the other schools, a whole planet full of dogs would appear if you had to take a dog birth. Okay? I mean, karma is that powerful. Now, so think about it, and I finally understood it from Vasubandhu. When you get to the third and fourth concentration level, you start to lose what? Your concentration is so deep that you go beyond
Pleasure and pain.
You reach it's very, very similar to, I had an operation like 7-8 years ago. They took out my gallbladder. My wife was standing there holding my hand. They injected me with something. And then when I woke up, I'm in this hospital bed like a day later. And I don't remember anything, nothing. And that's the form and formless realm. That the higher stages of the form realm and the formless realm, the state of mind there is totally buzzed out. It's like you're on heroin or something, and you don't have good feelings and you don't have bad feelings. So it's Sugeng, appreciate this. If you could commit karma, which took you to a place where you couldn't have pleasure and you couldn't have pain, and it never shifted from that, then non-shifting, unshifting could be a synonym for neutral karma. Got it?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
The definition of good karma is what brings you pleasure. And if the definition of bad karma is what brings you pain, and if something brings you something between, then that could be called neutral karma.
All
And
right.
it never shifts. And that means if there's a karma which would take you to the top of the form realm or into any part of the formless realm where you cannot feel good and you cannot feel bad, then that's kind of neutral karma.
Mm.
And then Sugeng, they're going to get into this huge discussion. If you have a place where, suppose you have a place where you don't feel anything, is that a result of a neutral karma? Do you have to go to the formless realm to experience a neutral karma? Do you have to go there? Could you just experience the pattern on the carpet here and you don't feel good and you don't feel bad? Couldn't that be, is that a karmic result? To feel nothing about the pattern on the carpet. Did you notice the pattern on the carpet? No. Said, no, David, no, I didn't notice. How'd you feel about it? Well, guess what? I didn't notice it. So did you feel anything about it? No, I didn't feel anything about it. Is that a karmic result?
Yes.
And they're going to question that in the Abhidharma here. There are purposeful neutral feelings where you want to go to the formless realm and be spaced out. That's different. That's a karmic result. People could work hard to reach a place where they don't feel pain and they don't feel pleasure. And they feel, the nurse came in and she said, we've been shooting you up with different painkillers. Which one do you like? And I said, that last one, that was good. You know, I thought I was floating on a warm pond and, you know, wasn't aware of anything. And I said, I'll take more of that one. And so what I mean is you could work to get to a high state beyond pleasure and pain. But is that the same kind of karma that you would collect to not notice the carpet detail? And you just don't care about it.
Well, it's
See?
an absence, no? Absence versus entropy.
Well, that's what we're going to go today. I won't put words in, but it's extremely interesting because it was so curious to say you could divide all karma into good, bad, and unshifting. And I'm like, what? You know, why I can't be a bear? I got to be a dog. Why is that neutral? You see what I mean? It doesn't mean anything. It was very confusing for me. I love Vasubandhu says neutral means the karma is so special, it shoots you up to this drug where you don't feel good and you don't feel bad. You're just in a cool space. You know, it's very interesting. So, okay.
Yes, sure. I have one more questions regarding the use of Gewa, Migewa, and then Sunam and Sunam Maimpa. Do we have, in English, do we have any
No,
specific
it's artificial. It's just artificial.
difference?
No, we don't have a difference.
These two use of term?
I support the
So
word.
basically, they are referring even Sunam and Sunam.
Yeah, I mean, in English,
Sorry,
Just-
I mean the Sunam and Sunam Maimpa. And yeah.
yeah, artificially, we made a decision. Gewa and Migewa is going to be virtue and non-virtue. And then Sunam and Sunam Mayimba is going to be merit and non-merit. In English, there's not much difference. But just artificially, we decided to stick to that because when you divide merit and non-merit, the one between is different than when you divide virtue and non-virtue and neutral. Okay, the one in between is different. This one is unshifting. This one is neutral. Okay, you can do good deeds, bad deeds, and neutral deeds. Over here, You can do good merit, non-merit, and unshifting. Okay, and you're like, what? Got it? It's very difficult. And by the way, then Vasubandhu is going to say, it all ties into why they didn't use the word karma in the second link. He's like,
Which is, I mean, but we use the term fresh karma, right? Duce. Is
We
that right,
say-
Geshe-la? Can you hear me?
now I'm not sure because he says, I don't want to use the word karma for the second link. It's duce. Duce-kile. Well, we say duce-kile. We're going to talk about it today. Okay. So Vasubandhu is really different. It's a weird karma.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Chen, it's a weird karma that such a difficult person, stubborn person, gets to have a stubborn translator.
Sorry.
Right? She's like, yeah.
Okay, let's continue. So what is Chiang Rung, guys?
Whatever is appropriate.
Yeah.
Appropriate, yeah. Or in our context is what any place or whatever is appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What is
Salt.
salt? And
By the way, I want to ask a question. So again, I want to ask a question. Go back to if the V is silent, why can't you just put TSVA? Why do you have to add the len?
Because then it would be
because
hot blue.
SA means hot.
Yeah, right. That's the answer. No, but what I'm saying is visually, if it has the V, you know it means salt. And visually, you know if it doesn't have the V, it means hot. What about pronunciation?
They're the same, right? The
So
same.
if you want to be clear, why don't we add an extra syllable in front of salt, which is len? Let's say so. Len sar always means salt. Sar can mean salt or hot. Okay, so len is a clarifier. Okay, next.
All right. Samtengi Sapa.
A person of that concentration level.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, somebody in the concentration level. Yeah, being at a certain level in the form realm. Yeah.
It also could mean an emotion at that level. Okay.
Emotion at that level.
An emotion at that level.
All right. An emotion. All right. Okay, so that is and then the text that I tried to do is, let me copy it here. Yeah. Okay, so this is my attempt, Geshe-la.
Okay. I'm looking. Starting with Dode.
Hold on, sorry. No, something Shipa.
Yeah, okay, good. He said that Aryas on the fourth concentration level aren't shifting. Something Shipa dear. Papa dida miyo she susheo. Yeah, and what this is kind of getting into is there are sub-levels in the levels. Like in the form realm, there's, I think, 17. There's 3, 3, 3, and 8. Okay, the first concentration level has 3 sections. The second concentration level has 3 sections. The third concentration level has 33 sections. The fourth concentration level has 8 sections. And only the top 3 have high quality bodhisattvas in them. Okay, so can bodhisattvas switch?
Top 5.
If bodhisattva is at is in the fourth concentration level, which has 8 different sub-levels. And if they shift between one of the sub-levels, are they shifting? Or do they have to go to another concentration level? Do they have to go from fourth to third to call it shifting? How far do you have to go to shift? Could you be born as a brown puppy instead of a white puppy? And is that a shift? Karmic. Okay, instead of a bear. Okay, and that's a debate here. Okay, so anyway, he's saying within the fourth form realm level, especially I think in the top 3 sub levels, Aryas don't tend to move between levels. Okay, so they are in a sense unshifting. Okay. How can an Arya take birth in the form realm?
Okay, what?
Here's stream enterer. Here's Arhat, Nirvana. What are these 2 called? Returner and non-returner. Return to where? So if this guy doesn't return to the desire realm, but he has to take 7 more lifetimes,
Where?
it's going to be in the form of the formless realm by definition. Okay. And is he shifting? And they say, well, there's only a few sub levels that can accommodate that are high enough class hotels for Aryas. So if he's shifting between, super duper room and super duper in the presidential suite, I don't know if we could call it shifting. Okay. So that's the question here. Okay. All right, next one. Sugeng.
Tetarna okma namki dewa yang main duk ngel yang main pe sorwani nam par mimpa main par gyur.
Yeah, if that were the case, then feelings in the lower levels, which are neither pleasure nor pain, could not be a karmic ripening. Good. Okay, and this goes back to, we're going to divide all karmas. We're not going to say virtue, non-virtue, and neutral. Forget that. Gewa, migewa, lungmaten. That's not the division we're talking about. Now we're over here, we're talking about sunam mayimba, and unshifting. Good merit, non-merit, and in the middle, unshifting. Okay. If that's true, and if the unshifting always means neutral karma, if unshifting is just another expression for neutral karma, and you say, why? Because it projects a birth in a place where you cannot have pleasure. It's such good karma that it's unshifting. It projects you to a place where you can't feel pleasure or pain. You're beyond it. You're higher than that, okay? Isn't that over here, good karma, bad karma, neutral. Over here, merit, non-merit, and non-shifting. And non-shifting means it's so high, you could never feel pleasure. It's beyond pleasure, okay? Got it?
So it's a good karma.
So if that's true of the fourth form realm level and beyond, that you could create a karma in the middle here, which takes you to a place beyond pleasure and beyond pain, okay? Then what about plain old neutral karma in the desire? Where's that? Got it?
Yeah. So guess what? This is past or
Bandhu says, if that's the case, I'll say it again. Merit, non-merit, unshifting, okay? But this unshifting is a very higher than pleasure, okay? You're so high in your pleasure, you're beyond pleasure. Higher form realm and all of the formless realm, okay? Then what's the karmic status of neutral feelings here in our world?
Bad.
What's he saying? What's he saying?
not karmic ripening. Those
Yeah,
are not
that case,
ripening.
neutral feeling could not be a karmic ripening. Our neutral feelings could not be coming from karma. I got it?
So, Geshe-la, is Master Vasubandhu?
I know you're going to ask me that. Come on, I just figured it out. Don't ask me whose opinion it is. Yeah. No, he's bringing up a possible problem. I'll say it again. Merit, non-merit, and unshifting karma, because it's so sweet, it takes you to a place better than pleasure and pain. Okay. Well, then what about all the normal karmas that take you to neutral feelings? You're just sitting around in your house. It's a boring Netflix thing. I mean, it's not suffering and it's not interesting. It's like somewhere in between. Then all of those boring feelings cannot be created by karma. Because the only neutral ones are those high neutral ones. Got it? Right? Merit, non-merit, and unshifting. But unshifting means merit gives you pleasure. Non-merit gives you pain. Unshifting takes you to a higher place beyond pleasure and pain. What happened to normal bored? Is it not a karma? Is it not a result of karma? That's Vasubandhu bringing up the question. What happened to normal bored feelings? Okay.
I think we might have the answer in the second paragraph, and that is kind of confusing also for me. It's very confusing, the next paragraph.
It's not confusing. We shouldn't be translating it. Okay. All right, let's read the second paragraph again.
The last one. Do de dang yang gelwar gyurte jiketu du she met min keche du gelwar droe semchen namki wang tu chene semchen kachik ni che se le se sunam se ne de ne chiwar gyuro.
Okay, so let's go slow, and you're going to jump up and down by the time we finish. Okay. Do de means all the sutras. It does not mean the second school here. It means Sutra Pitaka, okay? All the sutras. And contradictory. You're contradicting all the sutras. If you say there's no karma for lower neutral stuff, then you're super contradicting scripture. Why? Dushe me min, keche. That means a place beyond mind and beyond no mind, which is a high, it's up there in those fourth form realm level and the formless realm, okay? It's called beyond all mind and no mind. Okay, beyond having a mind and beyond having no mind. Okay, there's a level up here called that. Okay, dushe me min, keche, do never joy. When you reach that place, when you're reborn there, okay, semjan nangi wangdu chene. Let's talk about those guys, okay? Let's talk about those guys. They're born in a place where it's so neutral, they don't have a mind, and they don't have a mind. Okay, senchene, semjan kachikni, those beings among them, from time to time, all the time, some of them are say, misspelled, miscarved. Thank God you have. Say means what?
No more, the life wears out.
Their life energy wears out. Their lay sepas.
The karma also wears out.
Their sunam sepa.
The merits also wears out.
Yeah, neutral stuff wears out. These beings at a level
Neutral?
with and no mind, which is the ultimate neutral state, they die. Why? Why do they die? The karma wore out. That proves that neutral state is created by karma. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay? They die from a super neutral state. So don't tell me neutral stuff doesn't have karma. Got it? It's beautiful. Okay, good luck translating that. I'm glad it's you and not me. By the way, he gives you a clue. He says sunam sepa. Their good karma wears out. So he's like, get it? Their good karma wears out? Get it?
All right.
So
Thank
don't neutral places that are not created by karma.
All right. Thank you, Geshe-la. Please take.
Starting. Why are you running away, Sugeng?
No, I mean that's done. Oh, sorry. I mean that's done.
Yeah. Wait, I give you a homework.
Three paragraphs, right?
Translation.
Oh, you want me to teach a class?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
think I should go here. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Let's see, Vasubandhu is over here. Oh, that's the other Vasubandhu. Wait, yeah, sorry. We're not gonna go to that Vasubandhu. We're gonna go to this Vasubandhu.
We completed the 3 paragraphs.
That was fun. I mean, that was really fun. Okay. Please, let's do somewhere you read and I correct, and then you can pick on somebody else.
Okay. Kachik ni thế nhi tu nyangen len dao war giro.
Yeah, some people say, and by the way, when they say some people say, it usually means they're wrong. Okay, but it's not like 99% of the time. So he says some people say they don't die from that neutral state, which would imply they're not running out of karma. They just disappear into nirvana. So you don't, some people, well, they want to get out of this problem. What's the problem? We just said neutral, there's kinds of neutral karma, there's kinds of neutral states of being that are not created by karma because there's sunam, sunamayimba, and unshifting. So that leaves a big blank for all the lower neutral stuff. Then that's not a creation of karma. So we said, well, that can't be right because even people who are super neutral, they die because they used up their karma. And the other guy says, no, they don't die. They disappear into nirvana. He's trying to get out of the problem. Cool? They don't die. They just go into nirvana. All right, we're not going for those guys. All right, Sugeng, please read.
Sometimes shipanani rangi we yowa mepe mi yowa yin partento.
Yeah, at the 4th concentration level, which has how many sub-levels?
8.
Yeah. Did I say 8? Yeah, 8. 5 and 3, I think. Something shipana rangi yoa mepe. Ranki wa is a very difficult word here, Sugeng. Okay. Ranki wa. It's a z.
Their own, theirs.
Own z. Okay. Ranki means its own. Ranki wa means its own z. Okay. So inside the 4th form realm level, you can shift your own zizzes, but can we call it shifting? Like an Arya takes a minor, an Arya moves between one of those 3 very high levels. Is it shifting? Can we say they went to a different place? Okay. We can call them unshifting, even if they, we can call Aryas at the 4th concentration level unshifting, because even though they do shift between their 3 little tiny sub-levels, that's not really a shift. They're still Aryas. They're still on an Arya 4th concentration level. Okay, got it?
Okay, Geshe-la, rangi wa, what do you say? Owns what? Means?
Inside their own level. That's what it says. Okay. Are they Yoa? Are they shifting? Yes. Do they shift? Yes. Do they shift outside of their own luxury hotels? No. That's all. Their own their own fancy level. Okay, that's what Rang Ki Wa means here. Do they shift? Yes. Do they shift out of Arya Luxury Hotel top 3 parts of the 4th concentration level? No. They still stay in one of those hotels.
Okay.
One of their own hotels. Okay? So do they shift or not?
Okay.
We call them unshifting because they're just shifting between one of their own luxury hotels. Got it? Okay. So generally speaking,
Okay.
inside their own level, they're shifting. Okay. All right. Keep going.
All right. Santen shandak kyang mi yoa me pani mayinte saok me yoa me pe chiro.
Yeah, Santen Shendakyang. The other 3 concentration levels, or 3.5, it's not that they can't be unshifting.
There is no shift.
Double negative. Okay.
No
Sorry.
shift.
It's not that they are without not shifting. They can also be unshifting. It's not that they don't have unshifting. It's not that they don't have unshifting. Mayin, me, mi. 3 negatives here. It's not that they don't have not shifting, which means they do have shifting. Not shifting, sorry. Not that they don't have not shifting, which means they have not shifting. Well, what do you mean? You just said only these high people are not shifting, you know? And he says, no, I mean, you can get stuck in the desire realm for a while and you're not shifting. Do you shift inside? Rang Ki Wa? Yeah, animal, fish, bug, you know. But generally, you're not shifting realms. So you can have an unshifting period in any of the realms. Okay, and we could call it unshifting, but it's not a real unshifting in the same sense. Okay, and by the way, although it's unshifting, it's in no way neutral. I mean, birth as a bug, then a fish, then a deer, then a coyote. You know, that's not neutral. Okay, Mayente. Sogme yoa mebe chino. You can have a lack of shifting in the lower realms also, but that's not the same thing. That's not the result of some karma so high that you pass beyond pleasure and pain. Okay, got it? You okay? Why are you looking at me?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Sugeng.
Yeah.
Oh,
Namdrang.
make somebody else suffer. Like your wife. No, that's all every day. Pick somebody else and make them read.
In the end.
That's why
Nam
it doesn't come to the class.
Nam Rang Ki Mi Yoa Yimpa Chot Pa Rikte Deyang Laki Yang Nyangen Le De Pa Seya Sejawa Sino.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to read this later. I'm going to make myself a note later. It is not me, in the division here. Okay, good. Okay. Namdandi Mioa means we can say that there are situations in the lower realms where people are not shifting. They're stuck in the desire realm, for example, for a while, and in different births within the desire realm. But that kind of non-shifting doesn't qualify as the non-shifting that we're talking about here. Between sunam, not sunam, and unshifting. That's not the same thing. Are they stuck in the desire realm for a while? Yes. Are they not shifting out of the desire realm for a while? Yes. Is that non-shifting in the sense of the karma that shoots you beyond pleasure and pain? No. Okay, so namdang here means It's not the non-shifting we've been talking about. It's a non-shifting, but it's not the non-shifting we're talking about. Okay. For example, you could say that guy went beyond pain in his arm. I just understood it. Yenlok means arm or leg. Okay, limb, right? Limb of the body. Okay, and that pain he had in his arm has gone away. Okay, but the word in Tibetan for, and the word in Sanskrit for he went beyond the pain is the pain was blown out from his arm, which is nirvana. The pain was blown out of his arm. Nirvana. Okay, so he reached nirvana, right? No, there's other nirvanas running around. Don't say that. People cannot shift in the desire realm, but that's not the unshifting we're talking about, beyond pleasure and pain. Okay? And people can have a nirvana in their arm, but that doesn't mean they reached nirvana. Got it? Okay, the pain went out of his arm. Doesn't mean he reached nirvana. But yeah, he had a nirvana in the pain in his arm. Nirvana means blown out, or the pain left his arm. So don't get all excited. He didn't reach nirvana. Just because a guy is stuck in a frog, turtle, and fish birth in the desire realm, and he's unshifting, doesn't mean he reached an unshifting high levels. Okay, got it?
Sure.
So cute.
Sure. So he's just saying there's more literal senses of this word use that have nothing to do with what we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. In fact, he said it that way as a double negative word. He said, it's not that you can't use unshifting in other situations.
Okay, that was the double negative. Got it. Thank you.
But it doesn't have the same force.
Right.
Okay, who are you going to pick on, Sugeng?
Yeah, I'm looking at Elmira Satin.
Ooh. I got to get past the corn chips to reach the green. Okay.
No.
Okay, Elmira. You're correcting, Sugeng. I'm eating.
Oh. Chi Shena.
No, it's
I know
from
this.
the top. Te Galte.
Yes. Te Galte de Dak Te Ta Du Chinani Lu Dang Gak Dang Yi Kila Akile Nam Re Shik So Nam Nam So Nam Dang So Nama Yin Pa Dang Mi Gyo We New Chema Yin Pa Do Dendi Le Kom
Chom Tende.
Chom Dende Ki Gong Pa Yin Pa Dru Pa Yin No.
Wow, are you a words student too? Amazing.
Wow.
Yes, I'm not very good student of Dr. Walt. So
wow,
thank
you are amazing, word. Yeah, thank you, Elmira.
It's Sushum is going to end up smart also. Okay. Okay, Calte de la de tabuyena. Okay, if everything we said so far is like that, then when we divided karma in two different groups, one was Gewa, Migewa, Lumaten. One was Sunam, Sunamayimba, and Mioa, unshifting. Okay. And by the way, there's a third division of karma, which is so well known that you don't even have to ask you. 3 types.
Body, speech, and mind.
Yeah, body, speech, and mind. Okay, so here he says, okay, now if what I said is correct, then before we described 3 kinds of karma, Lu, Ngak, and Yi. body, speech, and mental. Okay, Reshik. Does this division, by the way, which is how the Abhidharma 4th chapter opens, right? That division into body, speech, mind, he says, that's the classic division. Now, you got this new division, Sunam Mayimba, and unshifting. Okay. Now, the guy's kind of asking, do they match up? What's your opinion? Good. Why?
Neutral.
Lower. Yay. Yeah. This set is bigger than this set. All the things that any being in the universe said, thought, or did is a bigger set of karmas than the karmas that produce happiness, pain, or a high place beyond pain and happiness. Okay. So this set's bigger than this set, because this set leaves out lower neutral stuff, okay? Boring neutral stuff. So he says, Reshik, by the way, Reshik means, provisionally. He says, if we really look into it for a while, you have to say, you cannot call this a division of karma. In the same way that this is a division of karma, because this division is exhaustive and this division is not, because there's stuff that this division doesn't cover. Got it? Because neutral people can die because their karma wore out. So they must have had karma, but it's not in here. Got it? Okay. So he says, when you do this division, Duce. Duce means factor. Anything which creates another thing. Okay, factor. Okay, and karma can be referred to as lay, karma, or it can be referred to as sanskara. Okay, the second link of dependent origination is called sanskara. It's not called karma. Okay, so you can refer to the energies which create the universe as karma, or you can refer to them as doers, which is sanskara. Okay, karma means makers. Karma means makers, and then sanskara means put stuff together. Okay, and they're synonyms. Okay, the second link is not called karma. It's called sanskara, right? It's called factors. Okay, and by the way, your fourth heap is called factors, but don't worry about it. That's a whole different thing. Okay, so he says, look at this sentence. At the end of the first line, that division of karma into body, speech, and mind, which he calls lay. Karma. We don't have this manuscript in Sanskrit. It was lost 1,000 years ago. Okay, and we got to deal with the Tibetan translation. And that guy was, who knows? Okay, so lay, karma can be divided into body, speech, and mind. Now down here he says duce can be divided into merit, non-merit, and unshifting. But he changed the word now. He didn't say lay. He changed it to the other word for karma, which is factor or seed. What do you call it? Fresh seed, freshly planted seed, sanskara, as opposed to vasana, an old rot seed, okay, like a seed that's been there for a long time. Okay, so fresh seeds are called sanskara. And he says, he's kind of flirting with it here. He says, let's call these guys sanskaras. And let's call these guys karma. That's okay. That's a good compromise. This covers all the actions of a human being. This covers a lot of them. Okay, got it? Remember, do de dile chomden deki gomba yimba drupa yeno And that's what the Buddha wanted us to think. That was his gongba. What's gongba?
True thought.
That's what he really had in mind. Okay, when he said these three divisions of karma, good karma, bad karma, neutral karma. And then over here, he said merit, non-merit, and unshifting. He wanted us to appreciate that they were not the same. That's why he taught two different sets. Okay, and this is more sanskaras and this is more karmas. This is more actions and this is more seeds. And then he's going much deeper. Vasubandhu is going much deeper. He says, by the way, seeds. And then he takes off on a rocket ship. Okay, he's going to go into seeds. All right, you ready?
We are time's up, Geshe-la. But before that, can I ask these questions? You know, do che main par, these are, is that the relative kind of things comparison?
What the Buddha had in mind all along was that we should understand that the division into body, speech, and mind karma was not the same as the division merit, non-merit, and unshifting.
Oh, got it.
That's what he always had in mind. Don't get confused. Okay.
Got it.
Don't break your head over there's neutral karmas that he's not covering in the second group. He never intended the two groups to match. Okay.
Thank you, Geshe-la. And
yeah, you got to work on the next 1, 2, 3. These are short. I want 6 sections. Okay, 6 sections.
Okay.
Stop here. I always wondered about this stuff. And by the way, I don't think later commentators necessarily got this idea. So, okay.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you. Thank you for doing it. I'm going to answer your email any day.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
All right.
Have a good day, Geshe-la.
All right. Now, Nick, serious break, right?
Serious, yes. No laughing.
Wait, boss, you're such a tough boss. We want a 10-minute food break in Sedona.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, 6:35.
6:30. You can until 6:36.
Okay, 6:36. Bye.
Enjoy. Bon appetit.
When you're not here.